Grab it up and say you feel me that. Full of vibes like the rhythm here.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ash Modique and I'm back at it again with another video. Yeah, you're gonna see a video in this shirt, but listen, I filmed this look and I was not gonna go change, so therefore I said, you know what, I'm sitting down, let me film another video right quick. So that's what I did. So if you are seeing me in this shirt in 2 videos, oh well, close repeat. So yeah. So anyways, by the title of the video, you already know what time it is. I'm going to be ranking my Juvia's Place palette. So if you are interested in seeing that, stay tuned for the end of this video. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, I want to say, and I'm not going to be too chatty because I want this to be nice and quick. Juvia's Place is my palette, is my place of choice for palettes, and is my place of choice for foundations. It's my place of choice for a lot of things. I love Fenty Beauty too, and I will venture out into other brands occasionally if I feel like it. But Juvia's Place is my go-to, okay? Say whatever you want. It's a black-owned business, first of all. So I support it 1,000%. Well, I'm and them dry and I'm gonna display stuff. I'm finger them is not the best already. Therefore, let me moisturize my hands right quick before I talk about the good things them, and I have to tell you, oh, don't watch my crusty fingers like I always do. So yeah. And I'm going live on Facebook in a few, so I need to hurry up and get this video need to hurry up and finish this video. Okay, let's start with my favorite palette. Now my favorite palette is this guy right here. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 1. This is I will use this palette all day, every damn day. Whenever I'm doing a makeup look, this palette will be included in my looks. If it's not included, it must be that I'm doing a soft look and I'm not going for anything. But this palette is my go-to palette. It is my blush and highlighter palette. Well, it is a blush palette, but I use it for my blush, my highlights, and I use this deeper shade for my bronzer. It's a little red, but it gives my face a nice warm look in the areas where I use it to bronze. So I love this palette. I'm gonna bring it close up for you guys so you guys can take a little peep, see, and see how it looks. Gorgeous, honey, gorgeous. Okay. Okay, now what comes after that? No, it's not the one that I'm holding. It's not the one that I'm holding. This is the Wahala 2, by the way. I don't have the Wahala 1. I didn't feel like I need the Wahala 1, so I didn't get the Wahala 1. But you know what? Scratch best to worst, because there's no worst. That's the thing with Juvia's Place palettes. There is no worst. So it's like, I'm just going to talk about them as I go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Juvia's Place palettes in my collection, in my eyeshadow collection. All right, now this is the Wahala 2. This is from their Wahala collection. Gorgeous. And when you talk about pigmentation, people, you talk about Juvia's Place palettes. When you talk about not dusty, you talk about Juvia's Place palettes. When you talk about creamy, you talk about Juvia's Place palettes. No cap. I love it. When you talk about art. When you talk about art and the packaging, Juvia's Place palettes. The only thing that is missing is the mirrors. They don't have mirrors in their eyeshadow palettes, but the art that is inside make up for all of that. So there's no big loss there. You can't buy one mirror at the dollar store. Anyways, moving on to the next one. The next one I have here in the list is the Festival palette. This one right here. I love the aesthetic of this palette. I felt like even though most of them, the art normally blends in with the color of the entire package, which is super, 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 super cool, and it's well thought out. So I really like this one. Now this one comes with, let me see, 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. Beautiful, very, very beautiful. The color that I love the most in this one, I think, and as you can see, they're lightly used, very lightly used, because it's a lot. It's a lot, and I don't do makeup every day, so you know, they're lightly used, which is very good. So I'm gonna swatch Ufala so you guys can see, and look at that, creamy, literally like butter. You think it would be powdery? No, it's not powdery and it's not patchy. Understand? I'm gonna just swatch it right here. Now, I'm not the best swatcher. Okay, this is kind of ashy, and I think a lot of people spoke about that with the Festival palette. But normally the consistency is the same across the board for all of them. This is a little bit patchy for real, but my hand is hairy, so that could be the factor there. So don't come for the palette. The palette is not, it is not blotchy, and it is not patchy. So come for me, not the palettes, okay? But in all fairness, people were saying that the Festival palette was not the top tier as we're used to with all of Juvia's Place palettes. Not sure why that is, but or maybe them just get one bad batch, I don't know, but that's what a lot of people were saying. Anyways, moving on to the other one. Now this was my favorite too. This was one of my favorites, and this is the Nubian 2 by Juvia's Place. This was one of the first palettes I bought from them. Oh, it matches my outfit. Yes. Wait, let me get one look at thumbnail. This matches my outfit so well. Wow. I like it. Anyways, this is the Nubian 2 palette. Yeah, it's this one right here. A lot of neutrals in this palette, but you do have your pop of colors. You have your pop of green, the green shimmer, and the blue right here, also a shimmer. Yeah, and this palette, majority of it is shimmers, but you do have your mattes to give you a nice look. I feel like this is an all-round palette. You can get a very gorgeous look from this because it does have the mattes and it has a deep color for your crease, so you're good to go. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love this palette. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh wait, actually let me swatch one of the shimmers in this palette. I'm just gonna swatch this one because, and guys, creamy, oh my gosh, very, very creamy. Look at that, very creamy, butter, like butter. Okay, all right, let me swatch. My swatches are not the best because I'm airy. Okay, see what I mean? Now look at that swatch, look at that. Okay, and that was, let me see, which one was this? This was Zuri from the palette. So this what I'm talking about. Like, they didn't come to play when they made these. All right, they did not come to play. All right, next one. Jesus. Anyways, it dropped, and I'm making a mess of my clothes. Okay, now I'm going into the Nubian by Juvia's Place. This is their Nubian palette. This is a very neutral, all day, everyday type of palette. This one doesn't have any names, but this would be your go-to if you are just a plain Jane type of chick who, you know, not looking for nothing too much, nothing baga, no color type of thing. You just want something nice, plain and subtle. This would be the go-to palette. And the colors in this one were very, again, the consistency was the same for all of them, minus the Festival palette. That never really gave me no oomph. All right, the next one is a Nubian 3, also from the Nubian family. I should have done the green one first, but anyways. This is the Nubian 3. This is the coral palette. I love this. And guess what? Most of them, I got them when they were on sale. Juvia Space always have sale at Guan. So make sure you check out their Instagram page as well. I am not on their PR list as yet, but I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to manifest that I will be on their PR list one day. Watch. So this is a very, very beautiful, beautiful palette. But I find for me, because the colors are very light, you have to play it safe. And by that, I mean with blending, the colors do pop. But to be honest, you had to, you know, put in a little extra work with them, because even though I'm not sure if the camera is doing it as much justice or making it as bright, but yeah, this was a very gorgeous palette. But as I said before, I had to play it safe when it comes on to blending them out, which is not a bad thing. But yeah. All right, next I have the Saharan by Juvia Place. All of them are by Juvia Place. This one, I used it, but not as much. This was a very interesting palette. The color scheme of this doesn't really tell a story. Well, actually, most of the palettes don't really tell a story. And it's not that they're just thrown in. I just feel like they're placed with a strategy, but what the strategy is, I am not sure. But it's not like they just throw two colors together and make a palette. No, I don't think that's what that was. But this one, this color, what is it? Wadabi. I don't see where it fits in. Maybe if it was not as bright, but yeah, I didn't see where this one fits into this palette. But I'm gonna do a swatch of it for you guys. There is a bit of a fallout with the palettes, but not gonna lie about that. You do get a bit of a fallout. And I guess with eyeshadows you will get that. You will get fallout, you will get kickback, stuff like that. So yeah, this is a swatch of that color. Very, very beautiful, very, very gorgeous. All right, let's move on to the next one. I have a live to do, but hey, I gotta get through my palettes, boo. Okay, so this is the Saharan 2. This was one of my faves as well. I think this was one of the very first palettes I got from them. I love this palette so much. I love it so much. I used to live in this color. What is it? Zora. I used to live in this burgundy shade. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, 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 love. And again, the artwork, phenomenal, honestly. All right, the next is the Zulu palette. This one, like the festival, was kind of patchy for me. Maybe I got one of the bad batch, but this one was kind of patchy for me. Yeah, not so sure why, but it was. Let me swatch the green and see. But this one was not really one of my faves. But I mean, if you want a very bright, because look at that. You see that? Look at the pigmentation on my finger. Okay? The pigmentation is there. It is there. Okay. All right, so this one is not too patchy, but it's not popping as I wanted it to pop. But there is a pop. And I guess if you use a primer, eyeshadow primer and stuff, you'll get that pop that you so desire. But in terms of popping on its own, you know what I mean? But yeah, but we'll see. Let's go into the other palette. All right, the next one is the Warrior. Actually, let me start with the Warrior one. Okay, let's do Warrior 1 first. And the Warriors was a series as well. It was a series. So see, a whole series for the Warrior palettes. This could be my thumbnail as well. Yes, it was a whole series, so I'm gonna go in with one. Now, number one was Amazon inspired, the Amazons, and this is like gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. Okay, mostly shimmers, only 3 mattes were included in this palette, but absolutely gorgeous for your goals, a highlight. This could be a contour shade for, you know, my chocolate skin sisters. Absolutely gorgeous to brighten in the brows, the, you know, the tail of your brows. This color, gorgeous. I love this palette. Whenever I want a pop of gold, I would normally go to this palette, Amazon inspired, and that's the Warrior 1. The next one is the Warrior 2. This one I think was all matte. Yes, this was all matte. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You want a nice matte look, something very plain, this would be your go-to. There's also some pop of colors there as well. Let me swatch Zama and see. And as you can see, again, very, very, very lightly used. Just want to make sure I'm getting back the films inside. And that's Zama. Okay. All right, now let's go into the Warrior 3. This was also another rainbow inspired palette. Just like the Zulu. So if you have, I feel like if you have this, if you got the package, and they had a sale going on where you get all 3 of from the Warrior series. So if you have this, you don't need Zulu. You definitely don't need Zulu. This is very gorgeous. I love this one. It's my go-to for colors. I feel like this one, the pigmentation and the blendability of the colors in this one were a little bit better than the Zulu palette. So I really go to this one when I'm looking for a colorful look, which I rarely do. But when I do, I go to the Warrior 3. Wow. All right, the next one is the Masquerade, and this is the mini. They had them in the big size, but I guess they stopped carrying them that big. This is another favorite as well. This was a very interesting, I mean, the layout is very interesting. Your 2 rows gives you your neutrals, and the 2 upper rows give you your pop of color. So if you are going somewhere and you just need to carry 1 palette, you can just grab this, throw it in your bag, and you're gone. It has your mattes, it has your shimmers, and you can get a nice look from this daytime, nighttime, something casual, soft glam, or full-on glam. This palette, I feel like you can just grab it and go, which is, maybe that's why they made it into the mini and not the large pans as it was before. So I didn't get an opportunity to get the large pans. I got the mini, so because they don't bring the large ones anymore. But this was one of my faves. All of them are my faves, but you know what I mean. All right, the last one that I have is the Magic Mini. This was also one of the large pan palettes that they carried. Now this is untouched. No lie, it was touched. It touched a little bit. Yeah, a little bit I touch. But again, very minimal. Very, very minimal. And this is Opposites Attract. So that's the storyline behind this one. And I feel like this is a very nice palette too. If you want a very soft look, daytime, I feel it's giving me the strategy behind this, the layout. I feel like up here is your daytime, and then the 2 bottom rows are your nighttime. Tell me down below if that's what you're getting from the layout of this palette. And again, the artwork is absolutely phenomenal, absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm getting from the layout from this palette. So, but I don't know, I guess we'll never know. But make it what you will. Some people like to say makeup have no rules. Makeup, it does have rules, because there's a right way. Because if you blend out your foundation, make sure say it match. That's a rule. You can't wear something with like 10 times lighter than you. So no, so you kind of have some rules. So yeah, so make sure say you blend good. Them their rules. But I mean, if you are interested, there are tons of discount codes out there, by the way. A lot of influencers have discount codes. Me, my go-to is Silver from Savannah Silver here on YouTube, or Fumi, also here on YouTube, or Ohima, also here on YouTube, and Hot Chick on YouTube as well. But I see that she's mostly active on Instagram. She's a makeup artist. So those are the discount codes I go to when I want to cop something from Juvia's place. So use those discount codes, and hopefully in the future I'll have a discount code of my own. Speaking it into being, one day I'll be on Peerless. Even if I get discount code, Peerless at least. God no. Put it out there. Okay, comment down below. Let me know if you have any Juvia's Place palettes. Also comment down below and tell me which one of these were your is your favorite from the lineup that I have here. Chit chat with me. I always respond to my comments, and let me know yeah, which one you love the most. All right, okay, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Don't forget to be you, do you, and stay prayed up. I'll catch you guys in my next one.